was fantastic. In 1 week, I lost 7 pounds. 7 pounds.
SlimFast is making a pledge. Give us a week, we'll take off the weight.
These commercials have been around for decades, and every era brings in a new promise.
With ingredients so powerful, they helped people lose 15% of their body fat.
People spend hoping that this would finally fix it. But behind the commercials are a bigger story. Obesity rates have tripled worldwide since 1975. Today, more than 1 billion people are clinically overweight, and the numbers only keep rising. And when a crisis this real collides with insecurities this personal, the market smells an opportunity. For decades, being slim meant control and success. Fat meant weakness and failure. Magazines glamorized six-pack abs, doctors warned of obesity, and marketers turned both into quick fixes they could sell. The playbook was simple. Make people feel judged. Make them feel they're running out of time, and then hand them a product that promises control. And once that playbook existed, it was only a matter of time before somebody scaled that business empire. Many people talk about Herbalife as a story of multi-level marketing and how the recruitment model made it explode. But the real reason MLMs work so well was because it was selling weight loss. Nothing spreads faster than the promise of shedding fat. Herbalife launched in 1980 with one goal: weight management. Shakes, teas, tablets, all framed as tools to take control of your body before it slipped away. The message was clear: manage your weight or lose your health. The genius or the danger was how that message scaled. Every buyer could become a distributor. Every kitchen table could turn into a sales pitch. And when the product is weight loss, the marketing doesn't feel like marketing anymore. It feels like transformation. Distributors shared before and after photos, held shake parties, and built a culture where progress was public. And that pressure created loyalty. And if you stopped the shakes, you weren't just quitting a diet, you were letting the team down. As of today, Herbalife has over 4 million distributors worldwide, and their annual revenue has crossed $5 billion. And that success came with lawsuits, fines, and constant accusations that Herbalife was less of a nutrition company and more of a pyramid scheme. But both sides agreed on one thing, that is, the engine ran on fear. The fear of fat, fear of failing your tribe, and the fear of losing control. But this fear of fat didn't just stop with supplements. It made its way into your breakfast cereals. Kellogg's Special K built entire marketing campaigns on one idea: women fearing they weren't slim enough. The famous Special K challenge told people to replace 2 meals a day with cereals and promised weight loss in just 2 weeks. The ads were blunt: women staring into mirrors, squeezing into dresses, pinching at their waistlines, and the message was clear: confidence comes from being thinner. And it worked. At the peak, the challenge ran in more than 30 countries, turning Special K into Kellogg's top-performing brand in the early 2000s. But the success did not last. Critics called the diet unhealthy and unsustainable, and the sales began to dip as consumers moved away from fat diets. By 2015, Kellogg's dropped the Special K challenge and rebranded the cereal as a wellness product, focusing on protein, whole grains, and empowerment rather than these crash diets. But at its core, it was still the same playbook: the fear of being fat packaged into a daily ritual. This brings me to the question, is it really your fault that you are fat? Well, no, it's not always. People with certain variants of the FTO gene struggle to regulate hunger and satiety. They feel hungrier more often than those without the mutation. Psychology plays a part too. Large cohort studies have also found that women who reported childhood abuse or neglect had a much higher risk of obesity in midlife, even after accounting for other factors. And then there's the environment, the food you grew up with, processed, high in sugar or fat, and shapes your body and your habits long before you even have a choice. So if the odds are against you or you have just been slacking, there's no simple answer to losing weight. But certain basics go a long way. Be mindful of what you eat and stick to minimally processed foods. Exercise for at least an hour every day. Walking, strength training, or even playing a sport makes all the difference. Prioritize protein and fiber. They keep you full and make it easier for you to avoid junk food. Control your portion sizes. For example, just eating 2 slices of pizza can easily top over 1,000 calories. So start and end with 1 slice. So no powders, no promises, no 2-week challenges. Just small repeatable habits, because it is consistency that builds results.